Hey guys, it's another edition of Trends. Yes, I am Adetoun, welcoming you back on Trends. Yes, okay, be kind enough. I'm gonna say this every time, yes, because it's important that you subscribe. Okay, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, be kind enough to do so. Okay, yes, this issue of Sylvester, it has always been. It's so sad. I mean, if you are human, you will know that it is a sad event. So sad. So it's, which word can I use again? So barbaric. What happened to that guy is just, it's so painful that a young guy has to pass through all this pain, and at the end of it all, he had to die. Yes, okay. Following this hashtag justice for Sylvester, a lot of us were just saying justice for Sylvester, and people are not just saying. I mean, that's all they can do. Okay, there's this beautiful woman. She is just a woman of action. It's another thing for you to say something. It's another thing for you to stand and then do justice to what you have said. Taking action is when it's one thing that you cannot be taken for granted. You cannot remove it. Okay, from this woman, she has always been a woman of valor, a woman of, she's like a voice to the voiceless. She has always humanity is top notch. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Adetoun. Yes, she is Adetoun. Yes, my name's sick. Come on. Honestly speaking, there's always this special trait about anyone that answers that name, that bears that name. I'm not just saying because, but that's just the truth. You can find out yourself. Any Adetoun that there's always a trait of humanity in them, and that is this woman. She stands out. She is just the best at what she does. She takes nothing for granted. She is just always by her words, despite the fact that she has gone through a lot in the hands of these people. But the society that we are in now, for you to come out and be a voice, always talking, and despite the fear of the unknown, how it is in our society. It takes a lot of things for you to be able to come out and say, okay, you want to talk, you want to do things, despite all those things, she still comes out to talk about that things. She does not give a fuck about what happens or not, regardless of those people in power. They can always come after her because of the things that she say, but she's not afraid of doing the right thing, as long as she knows her right, and then she's always standing by her words. It's so commendable. If we have women like Adetoun in the society, in this Lagos alone, let's have 20 of her, then the world will be a better place. Yes, the world is going to be a better place. You can imagine what she's doing, and these people, they listen. All these people that she's always talking about, they always listen, just that they don't want, and those words usually get to them. Yes. Okay, Adetoun, and we all know who she is, how she has been in service to humanity, always raising her voice. She and some women, parents, mothers, let me just say, because it's a different thing for you to be a mother. We have different mothers. It depends on the one that you have. Okay, Adetoun and some mothers, they went to Dowen college. They were just like talking and then saying whatever that is happening, what they expect society to do back, for them and everything. It is so beautiful that we have women who can come out and express their feelings, because we cannot just keep quiet and be talking in our house behind our keypad and say justice for without doing anything. Because as far as I'm concerned, that Dowen college, they have taken us for granted. Like they have no remorse about what has happened. They're just quiet, too quiet for my liking. A child has lost his life. A life has been lost here, and they cannot just keep quiet without doing anything about it. As far as I'm concerned, Dowen college, they are just like, I don't even understand what the administration of that school is about in the first place. And from reports, we learned that this thing has been happening for a long time. As far back as like 19 years ago, there was a Zoom video where somebody was saying that this thing has been happening for like 9 years. I has to resign. Imagine such thing has been happening right under your nose, and you kept quiet for how many years now, until Sylvester's death. Imagine if this man has spoken for that long. The world would have been a better place by now. People would have known this school is, people will have been more aware of what they do in Dowen college. So I'm giving up to Adetoun here. I want you guys to see a video of Adetoun where she was with some other women. They were talking, and then that's just the way to go now. Now the society will know that we are serious. When we say something, let's stand up to what we are saying. Yes.
All we want is war.
Have you got justice?
Justice for yes, sir. All we are saying, justice for life. Yes, sir. Justice for life. All we are saying, justice for life. Good morning, fellow Nigerians. Good morning to the Commissioner of Police. Good morning to the Governor of Lagos State. Good morning to the Commissioner of Education. Good morning to everybody that is involved in this issue. It's so painful that we gather here as mothers and as women and as parents. Our gathering should always be a gathering of joy and celebration. But because of the situation of this country and the negligence of the government on their core responsibilities, every child is important and every life is the first priority and responsibility of the Chief Security Officer of the state, who is the Governor of Lagos State. We solemnly mourn with the families of Oromoni. Lagos, they say, is a place of excellence, and they keep saying Eko Onibaje. Eko Onibaje is a slang that has been turned to Eko Tibaje. Eko Tibaje because of the ignorance of our leaders and our elders on facing their responsibility. To the Commissioner of Police, we thank you for coming to our rescue, and we want to implore you that we want your office to do everything possible to ensure that justice and nothing but justice is served. A leader called to serve makes himself a hero when he goes extra mile to do what is not expected of him. I'm calling on CP Odumosu. The little time you have to spend with us in Lagos State, dedicate this to fishing out the culprits.
Yes.
And the culprits we are looking for are the owners of the school,
yes,
the housemaster, the security guard who opened the gate for the students to go out,
yes,
the parents of these children, the board of directors, regardless of who the owners of the school are, regardless of your position in the society. You have given us nothing but a wake-up call,
yes, sir,
to know now that justice can only be given if you all feel the pain that we feel this morning gathering here.
yes,
To mourn the death of a young hero, to mourn the death of an aspirant pilot, to mourn the death of somebody who would have made his family proud, and we mothers proud, that the fruit of our labor was not just cut short because of the ignorance of our system.
yes.
2022, 2021, 2020 is not an era in 1980, 1981.
Yes, so.
Technology is speaking, and technology has become our great evidence. It's so shameful that a school like this that charges exorbitant fees will tell us that they don't have the capacity to monitor children. It's not a crime to put a child in a boarding school.
Yes, sir.
Parents go out to do their job. Parents have to feed their children. And it's not wrong. I went to a boarding school to put your child, pay for the service of your child and the security and the welfare of your child,
yes, sir,
to an organization.
yes, sir.
We are asking that the government should withdraw the license of this school.
Immediately! 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 Yes! Yes!
Dowen College has had series of criminal records that have been swept under the rug for years. And we will not take this.
We will not take it anymore.
The only thing that is keeping us cool is the belief we have that the minister, the commissioner of education, the police force, and the governor of Lagos State is going to do justice. Else, we would have burned down this school broad daylight.
Right now.
But we don't want to do that to to show that we are aggrieved. We want to leave it open for them to be able to do whatever investigations that they have to do.
Yes, sir.
This is also a wake-up call for we mothers to learn to build confidence in our children and give our children environments, terms and conditions where they can be open to us and tell us whatever pain. We cannot continue to lose our children. Enough of the killing. We sympathize with the families of the 16 to 17 children that have lost their lives yesterday. We are still mourning Sylvester, and we heard of some children, 8 children that were found dead in a vehicle along Badagry. Are there no police officers working in this state? Is the governor not working in this state? Are there no security agents to take care of our children? What will be the cost for a truck to ram into 17 children and kill them all? We are still talking about the death of Sylvester, and we are hearing the case of rape of a 5-year-old child. Does it mean that the government does not understand what it is to protect the life of our immature souls? This is our first gathering, and this is not going to be our last gathering. If after 7 days they do not make this investigation public, visible, let's give them 7 days. After 7 days, we will gather here again, and we will not go home. We will sleep here until we begin to hear what we want to hear. Please keep this investigation open. The police should keep this investigation open. The governor should keep this investigation open. Every life matters. Every child matters. If you are a mother, you will know what it is to be a mother. I keep saying this. There's a difference between being a woman and there's a difference between being a mother. So please, everybody in the society have to come together now to help us secure and preserve the lives of our children. All we are asking for is what? Justice for Sylvester. All we are asking for is what? Justice. Sylvester not alone. Every child that has been maltreated. We also want the government to start to pay attention to all schools. Every private school should be monitored by the government, not just leaving them to this responsibility, because they do not allow parents to talk and act when necessary. All schools, private and public schools, all the money taxpayers' funds should be used in building the standard of public schools. We went to public school, and in public schools, it's the government property. Cameras should be in public and private schools. We are demanding for this. We are going to state our demands clear, just like we have stated it in this petition to the governor, to the Commissioner of Police. We have sent it to the Commissioner of Education. We have sent it to the Commissioner of Youth and Development. And all these letters have been received by them. Yes, all these letters have been received by them, and we will do everything to follow up. We have stated our agenda clearly. And if any of these agendas is not met, then we will know the next line of action to take. But please, we plead with the government to please follow up on these letters that have been submitted and help us to do the needful. The life of our children matters to us. The money does not matter to us. The houses does not matter to us. The life of these children matters to us, and that is why justice for Sylvester. And we are also asking the First Lady of the government to go and pay a courtesy visit to the families of Oromoni. Yes! By now, Lagos is not far from Warri. They should go and pay a courtesy visit to the Oromoni family. Yes. If it was under proper system, Oromoni shouldn't have taken his son all the way to Warri. But because of the misinformation the school gave him, that was why he thought he was just beaten and took the child away. There are so many hospitals here. He could have taken that boy, but they gave him a wrong information. So please, once again, we are grieved, and then we pray that the spirit of Sylvester will continue to strengthen us. The spirit of Sylvester will continue to be with us. The spirit of Sylvester will continue to guide us until justice is served. That's why we say everybody generally. It's a wake-up call in every state. This is a wake-up call everywhere in Nigeria. From the presidency to the local government chairman. Your core responsibility should be protection and setting up. In every school, we should have police officers. In every school, we should have traffic wardens. In every school, we should have one government office there, so that they can also monitor the activities in these private schools. If all of this are happening, it forms as a sign of checks and balance for all of these schools.
There should be laws against bullying in all the schools. There should be laws against bullying in all the schools.
Thank you all.
I don't have much to say. I respect her. I respect what she said. I respect my colleague Susan. She came out here. She's crying. This is pain for everybody, all Nigerians. We should wake up to this. It's time for us to seek for justice. You might be your son tomorrow. Don't overlook this. Stand up. Speak up for us.
You were here, you were here as early as 6 o'clock.
As early as 5 o'clock a day here.
Yeah, so,
My Facebook, I don't know. I tell everybody I can come on phone. I just know the family. I don't know the mother, the father. I only know the boy. I know that boy was dying in pain. That boy who came in that was sitting in his bedside, crying. He begged to me. Money could not save him. Money could not save him. I want justice.
Ìjọba wa ti fi àyè púpọ̀ sílẹ̀ lórí ìbò wọn, àwọn iṣẹ́ wọn lójú àwọn wa. Ikú yìí ó jẹ́ ìpè ohun fún àwọn ìjọba wa láti fojú sílẹ̀ láti máa ṣọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa, àwọn òfin, àwọn ìlànà tó lè mú àwọn ọmọ wa kí ọkàn wọn balẹ̀ àti kí ọkàn òbí balẹ̀. Òun là ń béèrè. Ó jẹ́ ìyàlẹ́nu àti ìfúnni pé ní ìlú báyìí wọ́n máa sọ fún wa pé kò sí kámẹ́rà. Kí ni ìjọba fẹ́ fi ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ investigation tí wọ́n ń ṣe? So gbogbo nǹkan tá a péjọ láti bí láti wá sọ ni pé a ò ní gbà àfi tí ìjọba bá fún wa ní gbogbo nǹkan tó kedere. Àwọn tó nílé ìwé yìí, àwọn house master, àwọn particular